Hey everybody, this is the Review Revolution coming at you with something a little bit more fun, something a little different. After a month of DC heroes, thought it'd be kind of cool to take a step back, relax, and have fun with an old 80s favorite. For anyone who did grow up in the 80s, like myself, there were probably, I guess, really two sets of movies. I mean, there was definitely others, certainly, but there were two movies in particular that you probably remember best and have some fondest memories of: Ghostbusters and its sequel, Ghostbusters 2, and then Gremlins with its sequel, The New Batch. These two movies, I can't even begin to tell you. It was something where I was a little kid when they came out. Some moments scared me, some made me laugh, but I loved them all the way through to being an adult. And I can't tell you how stoked I was to see that my local Toys R Us, Neca, has actually put out, or I guess re-released, their Gremlins figures. This one, of course, being Stripe, the main Gremlin from Part 1. Taking a look at the bad boy there. It says, Stripe, the first Mogwai offspring to originate from Gizmo's back, Stripe becomes a leader of the evil Gremlins and features a distinguished white stripe mohawk on top of his head. Stripe has an extreme hatred of Gizmo and conspires to create more gremlins for his evil army. And the thing that I loved most about this is that, they weren't really evil. They were just maliciously playful. And they were just really, really cool. Just a lot of fun. Some of the other figures are the other figures that are released in the line that they're re-releasing. We've got Gizmo with 3D glasses and the little puff balls. Stripe, the poker playing Gremlin, and then of course from the new batch, Mohawk. I'm not 100% on all these figures. The Gizmo they had and just sculpted fur didn't quite look so great, and with the articulation on his head, it didn't come out looking very, very good. So I kind of skipped that one. The poker playing Gremlin, surprisingly enough, is just Stripe without his stripe. I mean, it's kind of cool the accessories he has, and with the poker card he keeps behind his ear. I may eventually get that one, but for now, I did just get Stripe and of course Mohawk, the two from the the two from the movies, the main Gremlins. But getting a look at the pack, the only thing I can say about the pack is it's a little disappointing because on the top here you can see clearly they have the Gremlins logo and they've done some effort to try and get it right. Down here on the bottom, looks like almost something somebody printed off their computer. I mean, it just doesn't translate as well. But again, I believe that this is a re-release. I think I've seen pictures of Stripe and certainly Mohawk with some other accessories that they come with. But let's take a look at the figure in the pack. We'll take a moment and open it up, have a look. Be right back. Alright, welcome back, and we've got Stripe out of the pack. Not sure if that's such a good idea. But taking a look at the figure, I have to say, I mean, very much a NECA product. I mean, great details on the face, on the colors, the textures. They're all really, really nice. Take a look. A couple of the biggest biggest complaints that I have, though, is well, first off, his stripe. Stripe, actually, his hair doesn't really stand up. It's not really a mohawk like he had in the movie. It's just like a tuft of hair on him. Which, again, it's something where it's just kind of glued on top of a regular Gremlin figure, but still, it goes to show that it wasn't as carefully thought out as it probably could have been. The other thing is just generally the size. I mean, not that he's a bad size, but from the movie, the Gremlins were actually fairly tall. They were, good 2.5 feet. They were pretty good size. This, he looks small. Obviously he's a figure, he's going to be small. But even if you stretched him to the right size, to right height, somehow he wouldn't look the same. It would just somehow look a little disproportionate. I don't know how to say it, but he does actually come off looking a little bit smaller than what the Gremlin should have looked like. But other than that, not a whole lot that I'm complaining about. It's a NECA figure, so there is articulation in the head, a little bit of an up and down, certainly side to side. You can kind of have his head turned a little bit, kind of give him a rather maniacal, thoughtful pose. The arms actually do come out, twist, and up. Got this little shoulder piece here, which is actually kind of nice. It doesn't really limit the movement, at least not so far as what you'd expect from a NECA figure. Now, there's no articulation on the elbow, save a twist, which is not the same as a hinge, unfortunately. And if you can tell, the plastic, you might not be able to tell on my lighting, but the hand is a different color plastic than the arm because it's actually made of a very soft plastic that is meant to be able to hold his accessories. There's no twist at the waist, which would have been nice. It wouldn't have shown it up at all with this sculpt. The legs do have a hinge, but that's about it. Looking at the back, again, nice scale work, nice detail, nice colors. Again, I have to say, I like when NECA does things. I like when they do the figures. They really are true to it. Except for just the size and his hair, I think Stripe would be just perfect. In the way of his accessories, a couple of them I want to go through just real quick. First off is his saw blade, which is certainly a very memorable moment. He's tossing saw blades around. The popcorn bag for when they were all sitting in the theater watching Snow White. Kind of like that. Got a little brown or a little orangish on top for the butter. Giant bag of popcorn. But along with that, from the movie, from when they were in the movie theater, they have several little bags of candy. This one is Nukes, the 5 megaton yield of Taste Explosion. And on the back, you probably can't read it real well, but on the back, under where the ingredients would be, there are little things that they added at the end. For instance, let's see here. Milk chocolate, sugar, butter, lactose, all the standard stuff. And then they have artificial flavor nuclear waste for Nukes. Or for the Chompers. Chompers, the Toothbreakers, endorsed by dentists worldwide. And it says, spider eggs and moth larvae added for fun. Don't want that candy. Oh, chocolate balls. Chocolate balls. Artificially flavored, sand added for texture. So anybody who's had any kind of malted chocolate ball, you know what they mean by sand. There are a few others. The Freaks Candy Coated Monsters, Cocoa Yums, and then the Zings. And again, his hand is just made of a soft plastic, so you can stick it in there, and he holds onto it fairly well. So a fun figure, fun movie. I say if you haven't watched Gremlins in a while, take a moment, go rent it, download it if you can, get it off of Netflix, whatever it is. If you happen to have it in your collection, pop it out, put it in, because trust me, if you haven't watched it in a while, you're going to like it. This has been the Review Revolution, saying rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.